Hi, Leah here. I just thought I'd do a video to share some more things with anybody that it might be of use to. So first of all, Elfie did a herbal course last autumn and she was learning how to do really nice herbal infusions. We'd made herbal infusions before, but we hadn't left them for as long as was recommended. So this is our herbal infusion today. We've got in there, let's have a look, nettle leaf. So sometimes we just put a couple of things in, sometimes we put lots of things in, whatever we've got at the time. We've got olive, can't see the label, olive leaf, that is. And then we've also got things like echinacea and rose hips, raw ginger. Got raw ginger, and this is a little one we're keeping because we're trying to grow whatever we can in pots and in the garden. This one is ginger, and can you see there's a little bit on it there where it's starting to sprout. So we've been learning on YouTube more about successfully growing ginger in the UK or in colder climates, and this man said to soak it before we plant it and then keep it, not water it after planting it. So we'll let you know how we get on with that and how the ginger planting goes. So we're keeping those and little tops off the root ginger, and so that we just chop that up and put that in there. There's also chamomile in there, and yeah. Oh, red clover. We've got red clover in there. These are all dried wild crafted herbs that we had in the cupboard. But there's lots of nettles coming out now and soon be ready for picking. Yeah, so we put the hot water in there. It's in a glass jar, so we have to put a little bit of hot water, less hot water in first, just to not shock the jar and crack it if the jar's cold. So we fill it up with the hot water, and we're leaving that for 6 to 8 hours. So we're making it in the morning and drinking it on a night, or making it on a night and drinking it on a morning. And then in the smoothie, because I was sharing some superfoods that are really good immune boosting foods, if you're new to those and trying them, they're really good in smoothies. So we make a smoothie literally simply with oats and berries that we had in the freezer. But I guess you could use any other kinds of fruits, or just make an oat smoothie. And then in there we've put things like chaga, reishi, cordyceps, medicinal mushrooms. We always put maca in, and also camu, which is really good for vitamin C, and taking daily vitamin C supplements. I was going to say, yeah, so we blend that all up in the blender with some water and a little bit of raw honey. But you could just, I don't know, if you wanted to make one, you could adjust it to however you like it. And I've also put pollen sprinkles on the top. I like sprinkles. What else was I going to share? Oh, children, because I'm hearing lots of kids are now off school, and I've had a few messages asking, is there any nice things that they could do with their kids? I'll just share what Elfie's been doing of her own accord, just what she's felt like doing. She wants to make, because we were playing inanimate object charades. That was ace. So we're just like acting out things, just literally things. So she's carried on from that by actually making some of the things. So she's made a radio. It's awesome. Made this radio out of the oats box. So I just collect any bits of rubbish that can be reusable for crafts. So I always do that. Keep a box of things like little, I don't know if you can see that, little tops off things. That little plastic thing there, I think that was some kind of sequin box or something. I was given some sequins and they came in that little box. And then there's some kind of stick, I don't know, little plastic thing. So anyway, she's used those with some paper tape and boxes and made this handle on the top, and it has a little stick for an aerial which is poked inside if you're going to make one, kids. The aerial is really cool. So it's you can move it up and down and tune the radio in. So she's then been, oh, it's got a volume control on it. There's the volume. It's really cool. She just sat it on top of some tape so it moves, and there's a little on off button there. And then this thing on the front, I love this, this is so cool. She's got like the little numbers of the radio, and she stuck this over the top top and bottom so that she can move this slider along and tune it into a different radio station. I love that. So she's been playing different radio stations and different music, singing along. She's putting it on, so it's really entertaining for her. She's switching on her radio and being the radio station, which is really cool. She's also, this was a few weeks ago and I wanted to share this.